Buying a home is a very exciting time for buyers, but a lot of them want to know, what should I be asking before making an offer? Well, here are the top 10 questions you should be asking before you make an offer on a house. The first question is, what is the market value of the home? Now, one of the most important decisions that you're going to be making is how much to put the offer for. You don't want to overpay for a home, so your realtors, we would put together a CMA, which is a comparable market analysis, taking a look at what is going on in this market, what has sold and how much has it sold for, what is the time and condition of those homes. We want to make sure you're never overpaying for a property, because an appraisal is going to come down and shoot that price down anyway. So we want to make sure that you're getting a good deal and definitely going below what the market value is if possible. The second question is, how much did the seller pay for the home? If they purchased the home 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 plus years ago, of course there's equity in that home, so looking at that question probably is not very relevant. But if they purchased that home a year ago or two, they haven't made any upgrades to the property, and they're looking to flip it for about $50,000 more, you're probably getting into a home that's overpriced. You want to be careful to make sure that you're not buying an overpriced home that hasn't had any renovations or upgrades just because the seller's looking to make a lot of equity on a property that they just purchased. The third question is, how long has the property been on the market? Seller motivation is huge. The longer a home has been on the market, the more willing they are to negotiate, because they probably just want to be out of that home. And we want to look at factors as to why has the home been on the market that long? Was it priced too high to begin with? Were there issues that came back if it was under contract before? So this is a really good analysis and snapshot of a seller's motivation and what your offer can be. The fourth question is, what's the current state of the market in general? A lot of buyers don't necessarily always look at that, or they do and then they get caught up with the house, but it's really important to see where we are in the economic cycle of real estate. The fifth question is, are there any issues with the house? Once you get an executed contract, you'll be able to hire an inspector to come in and do an inspection. It's very important that you understand what the expenses could be for any issues that arise in a home, because that's going to be out-of-pocket expenses or something you can negotiate with the seller. The sixth question is, are there any plans for future development in this neighborhood or in the surrounding area? You may come to find out that they're building either a school or a factory or something nearby that can absolutely affect the value of your home in the future. We've had times where we have found out that even in a condo, there's an investor that's purchasing all of the units, and anybody who's purchasing, once they hit 80% of ownership, they can buy out the rest of the 20% of the owners without any question and turn it into an apartment. So if your goal was to stay in that condo for a long period of time, then you're going to be out of luck on that one. So it's really important to see, what are the future developments of this neighborhood or surrounding area. The seventh question is really important. It's, what are the mechanics of the home? How old are they? Your roof, your electrical, your plumbing, these are big ticket items. AC units. Those are things that you want to look at. How old are they? When am I going to need to replace them? All of those are the biggest ticket items in a property, so getting a home warranty would probably be a really good option for most buyers, and even assessing that up front to make sure that you understand the offer you submit has to put into context or has to consider a new roof, a possible new AC, redoing plumbing if it's poly pipes or copper. So make sure you consider all of those and ask those questions when putting in an offer. The eighth question is, what is the seller's timeline? This can really be a good motivator for you so that you can understand how to submit a more competitive offer in your favor when you can give the seller the timeline of when they need to close and move in a house. So not every seller wants to close in 30 days. Some may need to find a house, so they want 45 days, 60 days. The more flexible you are, the more you can negotiate with the purchase price. The ninth question is, have you received any other offers? Now, this is a great question, because if they've had a handful of other offers, why didn't they accept any of them? Were they just lowball offers? Were there contingencies that the seller wouldn't accept? Again, this helps us formulate a better offer for you, the buyer. Number 10 is, what are your closing costs going to be on the purchase of this home? Many times buyers overlook this because all they think about is their down payment. Down payment is not the only cost involved in purchasing a home. An inspection costs money, and that's out of pocket, and that's whether or not you proceed to move forward with the closing of this home. The other thing are your closing costs. This can include the HOA fees, taxes, title fees, lien searches, all of that is part of that on top of your mortgage fees. So you're gonna have your doc stamps and you're gonna have intangible taxes, all of the things that are going to be required for your lender. So there's actually much more involved than just your down payment. So being able to calculate that, ask your lender what your good faith estimate is beforehand is going to help you understand how much you can get into this house for and what is it going to look like at closing. As you can see, there are a lot of very valuable questions that you should be asking prior to submitting an offer. Your agent should be asking all of these questions on your behalf and guiding you through the process to make sure that you're well informed and submitting an offer that's to your benefit and making sure that you're not overpaying for a property. If you have any questions about how to purchase a property, what to look for in a home, please feel free to contact us at 407-801-9914. We guarantee that you'll love the home you're in, or we'll help you sell it for free.